Hello everyone, this grass is long and I want it to look as good as neighbor Jeff's, so I got a robot lawnmower to help me out. This robot lawnmower is the M800 Plus from Yard Care, and I've never seen a robot lawnmower before, so I'm excited to try it out. When I pulled it out of the box, the first thing I noticed was it was actually pretty heavy. The shell and external build is made entirely of plastic, which is good so it won't scratch up your fence or house. It sits about 18 inches wide and 22 inches long, and about 9 inches high at the top of the camera. The front-facing camera is a pretty simple design and is held down by these two bolts. In the middle of the mower there's a set of buttons that allow you to do custom settings when you mow, and the instruction booklet shows you how to operate them. Underneath it's actually very simple. There's two rotating wheels and this tiny little motor for the blades. I've never seen a blade system like this, but these are tiny little razor blades that can be replaced with just a simple Phillips screwdriver. There's nothing but wiring on the left side, and there's a waterproof on-off switch on the right side. The blue button on the top lowers and raises the motor blades, which allows you to set how long your grass will be. The two wheels are independent of each other, so one can rotate to turn the mower. On the side are these two metal rectangles which connect to the dock and charge the battery. So next up, I'm going to grab the power supply in the docking station. This side unit on the charging station is the charging port, and as I mentioned earlier, these two metal springs are what charge the mower. So to start using it, I'm going to connect the power supply, then I looked for a place on the grass to put the dock. I had to learn the hard way, but the dock sits with the charging station on the right. I then connected this end piece so the mower knows where to stop. I used these 5 screws to secure the dock to the ground, that way the lawnmower won't slide around when it goes to home dock. I'm now going to charge the lawnmower, so when the green light goes solid green, that means it's ready to go. So while I was charging, I decided to do some light reading and saw that I needed to download the app. Once that's downloaded, I need to create an account and register my device. Once I'm in, it will ask me to scan the QR code on the mower, and that will then pair the device to the app, and I'm good to use it, so I'm going to hit mow. The little robot woke up and looked around for a second, then decided to start mowing, and it headed straight for the cliff on the edge of my yard. It was able to go down this really steep hill with no problem, and when it hit the sidewalk it turned around and went back up the hill. The instructions say the mower can't support anything more than a 30% incline, and the grass needs to be less than 2 1/3 inch long, so the mower may not operate correctly if the yard is too steep or the grass is too long. I'm done testing the front yard, so now I'm going to move to the back. I was surprised at how well it cut, especially in this longer grass, and I could see there was a distinct narrow strip of where it cut. So I moved the dock to the backyard and thought it would be a good time to test if I got shocked by touching these metal chargers. And after some extensive research, I concluded that I would not get shocked. After I let it charge for a few minutes, I decided I was going to run some more tests. As it backed out, I noticed there's a weird QR code on the front of the dock, so I wonder what happens if you scan it. I guess we'll never know. On this new test, the robot didn't try to go up the stairs or in the window well, so it recognizes the edge of the yard and stays on the grass. And this time it was able to go up the hills in the backyard with no issues. And just like a regular lawnmower, it knew where it had already cut and went back and forth in straight lines. Very cool. One other thing I want to mention is how quiet it is compared to a regular gas-powered lawnmower. You could probably run this thing anytime, day or night, without disturbing the neighbors or anyone in your family. This section of the backyard was very steep, and so the lawnmower recognized that and went a different route. It also detected and avoided the wooden sections near the edge. The mower does leave about a 6-inch gap because the blades can't reach, so you will have to edge around it after it gets done mowing. If the mower ever runs into trouble, it will send a notification to your phone, which is really convenient. At this point, I decided to stop the mower and run some more tests. First test is to see how it does in a flat area, and I'm happy to say that it cut very well without any problems. Next, I wanted to test how the lawnmower does with pets, so I brought in special guests Muffin and Murphy. These little doggies are really brave and weren't scared at all of the lawnmower. The lawnmower was able to detect them without any problems, so we put them down in a couple scenarios and each time it passed perfectly. So special thanks to Muffin and Murphy for helping us out. I wanted to see next how it does with people, and it was able to stop every time it detected someone who was in the way. We're done here in this uneven yard, so now I want to go try it out in a large field. So I found a place with a large grassy area to run some more tests. First I wanted to test what would happen if you put the lawnmower in a non-grassy area. And the robot looked for grass for a while, then gave me an error message. The instructions state that the dock needs to be near some grass and free of obstacles, so I moved it closer and it worked just fine. When it hit the grass, the robot cut along the chain link fence and then cut across the field. It went across all the way to the other side at the fence, then it turned and made a big square loop. When it got to the chain link fence on the other side, it just turned around and came back the same way. It was cool to see that it was able to go in very straight lines at such a long distance. Next up, I wanted to test how well the camera sensor worked, so I put it by this chain link fence, and the camera wasn't able to detect a fence, but when it felt resistance, it just turned around and started mowing again. The instructions state that you need to have pretty clear boundaries for the edge of your yard, so if you don't have a clear boundary like a sidewalk, gravel, or a fence, you may need to put something there. If the grass is over 2.6 inches, it also may think it's a boundary and may not mow it properly. However, when I tried it, it was mowing grass that was over 4 inches long without any problems. There's a few more features I found in the app, like the spiral mode, where it starts in a small circle and spirals outward until it cuts the grass. I don't know why you'd use this, but it's there. There's also a scheduler in the app where you can tell it how often you want it to cut. You also get notifications for battery life and things like weather patterns. Speaking of battery, I ran it for about 4 hours without having to charge it, and if it does get low, you can manually tell it to go home, but you don't have to manually tell it every time because it will automatically go home and charge if it detects there's a low battery or if there's rain. This was a really fun device to review, and it's exciting to see where automation will go from here. I'll have a link to buy the M800 Plus below this video, and as always, if this video helped you, please go out and help someone else. Thanks for watching.